Hey folks, this is Brian from Super Easy Toots. In this tutorial we're going to discuss 3 of the main numeric C++ data types. So to begin, let's open our template file that we created from tutorial 1. If you haven't done so, you can check out tutorial 1, or you can just kind of pause this video and see what I have written in here. And we're basically going to go in the middle here. But first, the first numeric data type is int, and it probably is exactly what you're thinking. It represents integer, so it's an integer number. No decimal point, no comma. A leading plus or minus is allowed. The range is plus or minus 2 billion. And to declare it's pretty easy. It's just int space and then your variable name. So if we go back over here to Quincy and we do int, and we'll call this first one Warren, as in Warren Buffett, because he's a good representation of plus or minus 2 billion. And what I'm going to do now is cout Warren, output the variable Warren. I'm also going to do something that we haven't learned yet, this endl. Basically, endl is a item that's located in this IO stream, and using it in a standard declaration is just going to end the output line. So now we have declared this integer variable named Warren. We haven't assigned it a value though, and now we're going to output this. And I have no idea what value it's going to assign to Warren, because we haven't given one. So we're going to save the file. We'll just save it as program2. And then we'll debug and run it. And again, who knows what value it's going to give. So it put in 4199232. That's just a garbage value. We never assigned it, so there's nothing there. So now we can assign Warren an actual value, and we can do that by just setting it equal to, just say 244. And if we output it, you're going to see that it's actually going to print out the 244 now. And there we have it. So we still have the garbage value from the first output that we wanted, and then the second output after we declared it is 244. Now we can actually declare a variable and assign it a value at the same time. Why don't we use Warren's good buddy Bill Gates as our next variable name, and we'll assign, he's a little richer than Warren, so we'll just do 355 for his. We'll output that variable Bill, and we'll again debug and run it, and you're going to see that Bill has immediately come up with the 355. So here we have the garbage value from Warren, then we have the 244 after we assigned it, and then our last cout statement, Bill, we already assigned him a value, so you're getting that value there. Now the second data type, numeric data type, is float. And basically float is a decimal number. It has a decimal point, no comma. Leading plus or minus is allowed. Range is high, 10 to the 38th, and it's limited to 6 significant digits. So what we can do is we can declare float the same way as we did int, and we'll do float. We'll just do ABC, nice and simple on this one, and we'll assign it the value, let's say 72.693744. And we'll output that again using the cout statement. And we'll debug and run it. And it's only going to do 6 digits. And that's because we haven't manipulated the output at all, and we'll get to that much later in tutorials. So what it's done is this 7, it's rounded down. If this were a 5, the 7 would show up as an 8 here, but you can see that this is converted over here. It's only gotten 6 digits in there. The 4 and the 4 aren't gone. They haven't left. They're still there. It's just the output is only outputting 6 digits. So now the third data type, numeric data type, is double. And double deals with, again, decimal numbers, has a decimal point, no comma, leading plus or minus is allowed, range is much greater, 10 to the 308, limited to 12 significant digits. So if we declare double, and let's just do ARC, and we'll assign it a value of 1234566.987654321. Let's give it some ridiculous value here. We'll output this again, ARC, and basically, we debug and run it. It's only going to show 6 digits. This last digit is going to show up as a 7 though. If you can see here on our cout, our last one here, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, and it's because we haven't manipulated the amount of digits. The rest of these digits are still there. I'm going to prove that to you by doing a method that you really don't need to know any of what I'm doing now. You'll learn this much later. But I'm just doing this to prove to you that those digits are there. I'm just doing this at 12 digits. And again, you don't need to know any of this stuff. We'll learn this much later. I just want to prove to you that those digits are still there in that double value. And you can see our 2 double values here. We've extended this by using this tool here, Set Precision, to show 12 digits on the screen. Now it only ends at the 4, the 3, 2, 1 are still there. That's how we do this. So basically, in summary, the 3 main numeric data types for C++ are int, float, and double. And we'll get into how to use those in numeric operations a little bit later on.